Hey folks, Roland Martin here. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. And listen, I get a lot of comments and people are asking all the time about exciting topwater tricks in action. And you know, some of the greatest films I've done for the last couple of years have been on this devil's horse. So I'm going to start off today by showing you some of the highlights of some of the best stuff we did for the last couple of years. This devil's horse. Okay, starting with this first one, let's go down topwater devil horse for big bass. I'm going to take you down in the Everglades, slow moving topwater, big bass. Right there. He's just kind of drifting, and all of a sudden, boy, he just explodes. Oh, there's a good one. That's a good one. There's a good one. There's a big one. That's a bigger fish. That's a bigger fish. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's what devil horse fishing's all about. That's the deal, boys. That's a devil horse time. Big old 3 or 4 pounder. Yeah, sure. Now I gotta be careful. Don't want to get him hooked. I can come in behind his head like this. There, I think I got him. I got a pretty solid. Got him pretty solid. What a neat strike that was. That was really, really a good strike. That was really, really a good strike. That's what devil horse fishing's all about. Topwater in general is just so much fun. It's that visual action. He hit it. Okay, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. He hit the thing and he took it. And he took it down. Oh, big one, big one, big one. Oh yeah, big one, big one, big bass, big bass, big bass, big bass. That's a big one. Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. This is what devil horse fishing's all about, son. This is what it is. Big one, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Oh, look at the size of him. This is the size of him. Woo! Woo! Well, folks, I think I've showed you a few things. Now, I happen to be an underwater deal, looking for this hydrilla out here in the open water. Big old bass in the 7 or 8 pound class. Who said you can't catch a big fish on a devil's horse? That is a big fish, folks. That is a really big bass. I don't know how big it is, but I'm going to go ahead and weigh it. 7.5 pounds. 7.5 pound bass. Woo, son. That is one fine fish. What a beautiful bass. Woo, son. I tell you what, big giant 7 and 8 pound bass like this are going to be caught every day in the Everglades with the right topwater plug. Boy, I tell you, that's exciting action. You know, working that devil's horse slow and easy on a nice 20-pound test rod and reel. Hey, that's the way to go. Let's go next to it's topwater time for big bass. I'm taking you down in a canal system in my little car topper boat and working it slow and easy in the shady side of the canal. Some nice big bass. Another one. Yeah, better one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's topwater fish. That's a topwater bass. That's what we're talking about, folks. Topwater fish. Topwater time. Topwater time. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I'm going to show you a little bit about topwater fishing today. Nice calm day. Working down some of these areas. Ooh, that's a good one. Son, have to come in about a 4 or 5 pounder. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. That's a good one. Let me turn the boat around. Big old 5 pound bass. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though, just because I need this on I do a posting on Fish Brain, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my cameraman this this phone, and I'm going to take a picture of that topwater fish. Yeah. Okay. Okay, nice big old 5-pound bass. Beautiful, beautiful bass. That's what we're talking about, folks. We'll let them go to be caught again another day. Son, let me show you that plug real quick. Ooh, look at that one. What I've done, you know, I'll put bigger hardware. When you buy these, this happens to be a devil's horse, and when you buy them, they have smaller screws. So I go to either Bass Pro Shop or one of the other tackle shops that you can buy bigger hardware, and I'll buy bigger hooks to go into these clevises right here, and also buy these little that holds a propeller. That screw eye, the original one's only this long. I buy them real long, and they go way back in there, so it's much stronger. They don't tear this apart. I'm using 20-pound monofilament on the end of that, and what I'm doing basically is I'm just sewing to these shady places, like underneath that shady tree, and I've just let it sit there and just slow and easy. That was a nice one. Oh yeah, yeah, big one, big one, big one, big one, big one. Big bass, big bass, big bass, big bass, big bass. Big bass, sucked it down just like he's supposed to. Just sucked it down. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. He did it. He did it. He just sucked it down. He just sucked it down. That's exactly what they do. He just came up underneath it, a big old 5 or 6 pounder, and just sucked it down. That's the topwater thing this time of year. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. It was just a little bitty strike. Wasn't much to him. Big old bass. Big old giant bass. That's what we're talking about. That's what it's all about. That's topwater fishing. That's topwater fishing there, boys. And I don't have a net, so I gotta be careful. I gotta come like this. Okay. Big old bass. Big old bass. Yes, sir. And he just sucked it down, just like I'm saying. Now I was kind of moving that a little faster that time. That may be something to do with it. Beautiful fish, beautiful fish, beautiful bass. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. One of the films that I'm so proud of, I went this March to Lake Okeechobee on this one, slow topwater for giant bass on Lake Okeechobee. And I found them spawning in the reeds, working real tight to the reeds, actually flipping the plug at certain times and catching some monster bass, again on that topwater. You can see that the whole key to today's fishing is, look at that big old bass. Beautiful fish. Now, they're hitting soft and easy. Beautiful fish. They're really, really doing good. Okay. Drop him back, a nice 4-pounder. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, there he is. You got him. I got him. He came up and sucked it down. Big one. He came up and sucked it down just perfect. Big old bass. Big old bass. Big old bass. Big old bass. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. He sucked it down. I saw the weeds move. Whoa, son. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Okay, the big old devil horse bass. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Woo. Yeah. Yes, sir. Woo. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is what it's all about. Did you see it suck it down? I threw it by the little pile of reeds, and one little reed shook, and all of a sudden he just sucked it down, just as quiet as could be. That's the second really big one I've had to bite today. I'm gonna have to weigh him, but he's somewhere in the 7-pound class, and he's really big, maybe even 8 pounds. Pretty daggone big, boys. Well, folks, I don't care what your preference is. You can either use a walking lure like this lure I made, a popping lure like that new Spro popper, or the old-time devil's horse with the spinners on it. Whatever it is, it's a topwater plug. You catch big bass, you have great visual action. It's the most fun there is in bass fishing. So thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Hey, hit that like button. Thank you. We'll see you again soon.